manager with Sobha Realty. Sobha is a luxury developer in Dubai. We build luxury, and actually we're known as the palace makers. Before I get into Sobha as a company, I'll tell you about real estate. Now, people think about real estate, they hear about it, you should invest in real estate. Why should I invest in real estate? So when you're thinking about real estate, there are three things to consider. You have to think of the why. Why does it have to be real estate? Then number two, you have to think about where is the location? Where should I put my money into, right? And number three is when is the best time for me to buy real estate? So number one, we go into the why. Real estate is something that will endure past your lifetime, right? Parents want to leave something for their children, so this is why they buy real estate. For as long as there's land on any surface of the earth, there will be real estate. There will be people buying properties, people selling properties. And this is something we get to pass on to the next generation. So real estate is something, a sector that would keep you making money while you're sleeping. You just have to invest money in it, the right one, and you're good to go. You can pass it on to your generations after generations, and it stays there. Now, number two is about the where. The location is the most important part of real estate, because you can find a really, once you find a really good location, and you put a property there, you always get people who want to stay in that property because it's at a good location, correct? That's the reason why people invest in different countries. The location, that's what they're investing in. They're investing in a lifestyle, not just about the property, but about the location. Now, I'll talk to you about Dubai. So, my company is in Dubai. Dubai is the business hub of United Arab Emirates. Now, people, every single year, we have over 96 million people coming into the international airport in Dubai. And this means that you have a lot of tourists coming in, and even people who are staying. Currently, we have 196 Fortune 500 companies in Dubai. And more are coming up, especially after the Expo 2020 that we just rounded up in March earlier this year. Now, what this means is that these companies, when they come in, they're bringing in their staff, right? And they need a place to stay. That is why real estate is something that is amazing. It is something that will yield you a lot of gains if you go into it, especially for Dubai. Dubai is right in the center of the world. In fact, 97% of the world's population can be reached from Dubai in just 8 hours. Right. So you are right in the center of the world, and Dubai has over 200 nationalities living in Dubai. So this means if you want to meet the world, the best place for you to meet the world is in Dubai. You have every single nationality there. And UAE is the only country that has a Ministry of Tolerance because of the nationalities staying in the country. So, and Dubai is a country that has a really visionary government. The Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, he is visionary. He keeps thinking about the next 15 years, the next 30 years. For him, Dubai cannot be past tense, right? We see it in how far they've come. A country coming from a desert to what they are now, everybody wants to invest there. It has a tax-free economy, so you can have your properties and you don't have to pay tax at all. From the time you buy the property to when you rent it, the income you get from the property, when you want to resell it, if you're earning a salary in Dubai, it is completely tax-free. These are the reasons why people keep flooding in, because they come in and they have a really good lifestyle. There's a lot of infrastructures. You have the best hospitals. You have the best schools for your children. You have a tax-free salary that you can work on. So people really want to come into this country. That's why the airport is really busy. So Dubai gives you currently, in comparison to most major cities in the world, you have New York, you have Hong Kong, you have London. Dubai gives you the best rental yield. In Dubai, you're getting 8% and upwards rental yield. You would not get that in London, right? And remember, if you buy a property in Dubai, you're not paying any tax whatsoever. But if you're buying a property in UK, you're going to pay tax. You're going to pay stamp duty tax, you're paying ground rent, you're paying council tax, you're paying capital gains tax if you're selling it. And also, you are going to pay tax for whatever rent you get from the property. But it's not like that in Dubai. So whatever amount income you get from your property, from renting out your property, that is your gross. And when you deduct your service charge, that is it. A one-time payment every year. That is it. That's your net profit. So you find out that in Dubai, your net rental yield is from 8% upwards. So Dubai right now is the best place to invest in properties. I'll tell you also, the secret to buying properties is if you check what the government of a particular country or a particular nation, what they are focused on, you invest into that and you know it can be sustained. So we all want to go for sustainable investment, correct? Dubai has three mainstays of their economy. Number one is international business. That's why they keep coming up with reforms, different laws and things to make businesses from all over the world come into Dubai. Number two mainstay of Dubai economy is tourism. I told you already about the Dubai airport, which is currently the world's busiest airport, and it is the safest city. So you can have a lady walking around on the street by 2 a.m. and they're very safe, no issue at all. Now, number three mainstay of Dubai economy is real estate. So you are investing in the mainstay of the economy. So you are sure that the government will always come up with things, with different reforms and advantages for you that will make you keep investing in properties in Dubai. Okay, so Sheikh Mohammed, he currently, I will speak to you about the location of Dubai. So we have this map, okay. As a 2008, if you know about downtown, you've heard about Burj Khalifa. It is currently the world's tallest building right now. And we have Dubai Mall, the world's biggest mall. So Dubai is always about the most. It has to be the fastest. It has to be the biggest. It has to be the best. The Sheikh of Dubai always goes for better than the best. All right. So currently, people outside of Dubai, they hear about Dubai Mall. They hear about Burj Khalifa. They hear about all these really nice places. They hear about Palm Jumeirah. That's where, from an aerial view, it looks like a palm tree, but they're actually buildings. They're right in the middle of an island. Now, the people who invested in these places 10 years ago, they are the ones who made money from these areas, correct? Because as of 2008, downtown was just a desert. There were camels grazing on these places. But right now, you see the Burj Khalifa on that same land. You see the dancing fountain. You see the Dubai Mall, the world's biggest mall ever, right there on that ground. Now imagine if you invested in downtown as of 2008. Do you know how much you would have made by now? You would have covered long ago the money you spent in buying these properties. But people who actually did that, the smart investors, they invested in that area. So right now they're earning so much from me. They've paid up the entire capital they spent in buying the properties, and right now it's just returns. And you know the best part, these are freehold. So Dubai properties, there's no leasehold. We're not giving 99 years or 199 or 250, whatever. We're giving you freehold. So it gets to stay in your family for generations to generations, right? Remember we talked about it being in your family. You want something you can hand over to you pass over to your children and it will stay with them. So we're giving you freehold properties and we're giving you at the best rate possible, and you also do not have to pay tax on whatever you earn from those properties. Now, the people who invested here, we have here, this is downtown Dubai. So the people who invested in downtown as of 2008, 2010, 2012, they are the ones who have made money from these areas, right? A one-bedroom apartment back then, you will get for really cheap price. You can get for at least 600 dirhams per square feet. Right now, there is a property in downtown that you pay 3,000 dirhams per square feet for, right? So imagine the difference. That's a lot of money. Same also with Palm Jumeirah. Same also with Dubai Marina. Same also with major places in Dubai right now. So people who invest at a time when it's still under development, they are the ones who end up making money. Which answers the last question, which I said, when? When is the best time to buy properties? When is the best time to invest in real estate? When it's still under development. So if you find a property, if you find a location that has a future, all right, you invest into it because you know 10 years later, you are going to be very secured, because people who want to come in 10 years later, they're going to buy at the highest rate possible because capital appreciation is already done, correct? And whatever it is will just be minimal. So if you want the best rental yield, you want the best profit, you want the best capital appreciation, you go for a location that is being developed, a location that has a future. And right now, today, I am telling you, in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, the next location that has a future is called NBR City. Here, it is called NBR City. Now, the full meaning of NBR City is Mohammed bin Rashid City. What is the name of the Sheikh of Dubai? Do you know? It is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. So this is exactly his own city. All right. So he has made all the money from Dubai, from downtown. He has made all the money from Burj Al. He has made all the money from Dubai Marina, Palm Jumeirah. And right now he's thinking to himself, Dubai cannot be a past tense in the mind of people. If there was a reason for them to come today, I want to give them a reason to come tomorrow, right? So there has to be a future. He is visionary. The next 15 years is already planned out. So he thought to himself, what do I do? And then he has a city where his own palace is located, which is the MBR city. It is his own city. So he said, okay, I'm going to develop this place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring whatever makes people want to go to downtown. I'm going to bring whatever makes people want to go to Dubai Marina. I'm going to bring whatever makes people go to Palm Jumeirah. And I'm going to bring them in my own city, right? So this becomes the next downtown. Now, I'll give you reasons why that is true. So we have here Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa is currently the world's tallest building in the world, right? Now, Burj Khalifa has one side hotel and the other side residential. Here in MBR City, we have this tower. It is called the Maidan 1 Tower. It is going to be around 176 floors, purely residential. So it's going to be the world's tallest residential building. How amazing is that? So while in downtown right now, you have the tallest building in the world. Here you have the tallest residential building in the world. So what is the next downtown? Here. Now we have in Dubai Mall. It's currently the world's biggest mall. Here we have the Maidan 1 Mall coming up, which is going to be bigger than Dubai Mall. What does that make it? The next biggest mall in the world. Currently, Dubai Mall, the downtown area, has the dancing fountain. People go to visit in the evenings, and they love the showers, they love the water dancing and all that. Here, there's going to be another dancing fountain that's going to be 7 times bigger than the one you have in downtown. Okay, and there's a ski slope. If you've been to Mall of Emirates, Al Basha, there is a ski slope over there. This will be 7 times bigger than the one over there. And here we have the Maidan racecourse on this side. It currently holds the world's most expensive racecourse. It runs into millions of dollars. Right. And on this side, we have the Rasakol Wildlife Sanctuary, where you have birds, you have pecans, you have different wildlife, and it's a waterfront as well. And on the other side, you have Dubai Creek. So this is right in the center of the city of Dubai. Okay. And the best part also is that from downtown is just 5 to 10 minutes drive depending on the traffic. So you have downtown over here, you have Business Bay, and on this side you have the MBR city, which is the city of the Sheikh of Dubai. Now, if it's the city of the Sheikh of Dubai, what does this mean? He is vested in the city. This is where he has his palace. So everything that happens in this city is of utmost value to him. He looks into every matter. Whatever it is that's going to come up here, he's very interested in it. So believe me when I say that nobody's going to do something in this area that the Sheikh does not approve of, right? And for him, it has to be the best. So here I'll talk to you about Sobha, all right? So earlier on, I mentioned to you Sobha, we're known as the palace makers. Why are we called the palace makers? Because we build palaces across some Arab nations. So we build palaces in Oman, we build palaces in Bahrain, and also for the president of Tajikistan. All right, and also the Grand Mosque in Oman was done by Sobha. The chairman of Sobha, his name is Mr. PNC Menon. Sobha is named after his wife. He is a billionaire, right? If there's anything more than billionaire, he is that. And for him, he has lived his life. He's 73 years old. For him, he wants to leave a legacy. Right? It's not about the profit for him. I'll go into the details later on, but I'll just give you a brief overview of this inspiring story of Mr. PNC Menon. So he's originally Indian, and then he went to Oman with $7 in his pocket. And there he met the Sheikh of Oman at some point, and because he opened the carpentry shop, an interior design shop, and he was building doors, furniture for people. And one day the Sultan of Oman met with him and asked him to do a door for him. So he designed this door, and everyone that came in to see the Sultan saw the door and they were like, this is beautiful. Who did this for you? And that was where he began to have a long line of royal customers. And from there he went on to not just design, but to build a palace in Oman. So for that, himself and his family got a citizenship. And you know, Arab nations, they hardly give you citizenship. So he got citizenship for himself and his family all the way down. And not just that, he started building palaces across other Arab nations. He built palaces in Bahrain. He got contract with the president of Tajikistan, like I mentioned earlier, and he did a lot of work for them. There are major infrastructures, major structures all over the world done by Sobha. Now, when the Sheikh of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, wanted to develop his city, who do you think he went to help him build the city? Right, the palace maker. He was referred to the palace maker. So the very first villas that were built in MBR City was done by Sobha. So we actually went into a joint venture with the Sheikh of Dubai, and we got building. Right. Now, I'll tell you one thing straight up about Sobha. We are a backward integrated company. So what this means is that from the conceptualization, the design of the property, the actualization, the quality control, the purchase of materials, everything is done in-house. We do not outsource anything. We do everything in-house. So what this means is that your quality is secured. So because imagine a palace maker is the one making your apartment. How amazing is that? And think of it, they're not giving anybody any part of it to do by themselves. They are handling it in-house. So the person doing the design of the apartment is a palace maker, right? The person doing the building is a palace maker. The purchase of the materials, the actual production of the material is done in-house. The quality control in-house. So not just does it secure your quality, also it gives you the best turnaround time. So if Sobha tells you we're going to get a property ready by 2023, be very sure it will be ready by 2023. Why? Because it is in-house. We have a construction company in-house. We have an architectural company in-house. We have a quality control in-house. Actually, we've been working with Mr. Olaf Wagner. He's a German. He's been with us for 40 years. And he's been the one in charge of the quality control. We have a triple quality check system at work in Sobha. So before we move from one level of the construction to another, it is checked 3 times to make sure everything is impeccable. Mr. PNC Meno, he's a perfectionist. All across Dubai, when you hear about Sobha, the one word they'll tell you about is quality. Sobha currently in the whole of Dubai gives you the best property you can ever get. And if you have the best developer developing your property, now remember one of the most important things about properties is the location. So right here in the center of MBR City, I told you we got into a joint venture with the Sheikh of Dubai. So 4.5 years ago, we decided to build our own community. This is the community. It's an 8 million square feet of beautiful community. It is a waterfront. Not just a waterfront, it is a beachfront. So imagine you're living in an apartment and you come down from your building, you cross, and there's sand on your feet. You can get into the water, you swim, you come out, then you go have coffee or whatever it is that you want. And everything is in the community. Now, Mr. PNC Menon, he's a very family-oriented man. He's amazing. 50% of everything he earns goes to charity. So for him, he really, really wants to give back to the society. He really, really wants to give back to God. Basically, that's what he believes in. So what he did is, this is an 8 million square feet of community. And here you can see the waterfront. On this side, you can see the metro line. Okay? So there's metro just on the other side of Sobha. So now what he did is, yes, this is going to be the next downtown. It's going to have a lot of tourist attractions. People are going to want to come and see what is happening here years from now, maximum by 2025. Okay, and now he got this 8 million square feet of land. Guess what he did? For him, his idea is, I don't want people to have to leave the community except they're going to work. So I'm going to meet every need that they have within the community. So if you have a family and you have kids, what is their need? They want to go to school, right? So parents have to wake up early in the morning. They take their kids to school before they go to work. There are 2 international schools right in Sobha Heartland. These international schools, they are both British schools. We have number 1, the North London Collegiate School. You can check it on the internet. We have the Heartland International School. In Dubai, these are among the top elite schools. So it goes all the way from kindergarten all the way to secondary level, the high school level. So your kids can literally live in the same community, and school in the same community without stepping outside. So if you have healthcare needs, we have an ambulance point in the community. We currently have 2 pharmacies in the community. Usually if you call an ambulance, it may take around 15 to 30 minutes to come to you. But there's an ambulance point in your community. If there's an emergency, there's a medical case, they take you right from your apartment to the hospital to get attended to. That sorts your healthcare needs. If it's something you want to go by yourself, there are 2 pharmacies currently here that you can go to and get any drugs that you want. Okay, so that sorts it for educational purpose. It sorts the healthcare. What is the other need people want? Recreational. We have gym. There are state-of-the-art gym facilities in every building in Sobha Heartland. So here you have this community, and then all the buildings here, they all have their own gym. And there will be a community clubhouse where you get gym also for the entire community. Right? And also, what is the other thing people ask for? They want supermarkets, they want restaurants, they want to be able to go out, right? In the community, we have over 8 restaurants currently and more coming up. There is a spa, there are saunas, there are hair salons, everything within the community. And most of all, we have a mall coming up right here. The mall is going to have a lot of fashion brands in them, and it's going to have a cinema. So imagine you want to watch a movie, you don't have to step outside your community. You just cross the road from your building to the mall and go watch a movie. And best of all, we have this building, it's called the Crest. In the Crest, there is an amphitheater. So you have an indoor cinema in your building. Right. This is the very first plot of land that we have here in Sobha Heartland here, where you can see the blue, that is Crest. It has 15 facilities just in one building. There's a multi-purpose hall. If you want to have your birthday parties, you want to have any kind of meeting, you can use this hall. There's an amphitheater, like I mentioned before. You can watch movies in the community, in the building, sorry. You have the pool, the one for adults. You have the pool for kids. You have a lot of sit-out areas. You have recreational areas. You have indoor gym. You have outdoor gym, right? And also you have a place for barbecue. There's a Tai Chi studio. There's a spin studio. There is a yoga studio. Everything just in one building. So imagine this is one building. Every other building, they have their own facilities as well. So while you have the general one, you also have in every building. Now, usually when people get a lot of land to build on, they try to maximize profit. But for Sobha, it is not about the profit. We are giving you a lifestyle, right? We want you to be very comfortable. So out of 8 million square feet of land, 2.45 million is dedicated to open spaces, green areas, landscape gardens, parks, and places for kids to play, right? So that means only the remaining is where we're actually building. And instead of giving you long-rise buildings where we get a lot of apartments where we can get money from, we divided the land into 2, and half of it is all villas. Now, these villas are all sold out. They're completely sold out. So Sobha is a luxury property. So the villas, we had ones that sold for as high as 47 million dirhams. Right? So this means the people you're living in the same community, they're not just anybody. You're living with the high network individuals. Now you might ask me, why do I say Sobha has the best quality in Dubai? Now if you see a Sobha building, you think it's just a normal building where you have the reinforcement, you have the concrete, and you have the paintings or whatever facade you want to design your building with. But for Sobha building, it is not like that. We have something we call EIFS. That means external insulation facade system. What does this mean? It's actually a 7-layer of insulation that we put on every single Sobha building. What does it do? We know when UAE, it gets really hot sometimes. Anyway, during the summer. So what happens is, most buildings, the heat comes in through the walls, right? And then it gets into the apartment and it gets really hot, and your AC has to work overtime just to give you a really nice temperature. Now for Sobha buildings, it is not like that. We have the EIFS. What it does is it takes in the heat from outside, keeps it in the insulator, and it doesn't allow it to get past into the apartment. So you can be in a Sobha apartment during the summer and you will not need AC, right? Or if you need AC, you will just be at a minimum, right? Because the weather is controlled. It allows you to, whether it's hot or it's cold, your apartment is at a very normal temperature. And another thing also for the EIF does is that it prevents sound from going in from outside into the building. So it acts as a soundproof. So all Sobha buildings are soundproof. Number 3 thing the EIF does for you is the fire. So usually when there is a fire from one building, it's spread to the other building. For Sobha, it would never be like that because the insulation system, the 7-layer insulation system, it keeps the fire away. It would not get onto the building. Right, so this is something that I've had developers from Switzerland, I've had developers from India, I've had developers from the UK. They've come to me and I took them through what we call the experience studios. So it will show you where, like all the things that we have. So we are able to give you a behind the scene of every project because we are the ones doing the construction. So this EIF is at an extra cost. It's really expensive. Actually, I had a developer tell me, Gochi, if you have EIFS, that means I'm going to pay through my nose for your property. And I said, no, it is actually at no cost whatsoever because the apartment that you buy, say, in any other developer, it is the same price, right? If you get a developer that can give you just normal quality, the same price you get for that is what we're giving you in Sobha. A 1-bedroom apartment elsewhere in Business Bay is 1.5 million dirhams. In Sobha, you get a 1-bedroom apartment for 1.5 million dirhams, right? But you're getting IFS, right? So, and not just that, every layer, the floorings of Sobha properties, the floorings are soundproof. The walls, the partition from room to room, they are soundproof. The door also, it is this thick. The external door is 54 millimeters thick. So this prevents sound from coming into the apartment from outside and going in outside from inside. So it's 54 millimeters thick, and inside you have 45 millimeters thick doors. They're really thick. And also it prevents fire. It keeps in fire within the apartment for at least 8 hours. So what this means is that if there's a fire in your apartment, it doesn't spread from your apartment to the next apartment. Right. These are all extra things that we give as a company, as a developer, that you will not get anywhere else. And we do not factor all these extras into the cost, into the amount, into the price that we're giving the property to you. So you're getting the best value for money if you buy a Sobha apartment. And not just that, you're getting the best community right in the center of a tourist location. And in your community, you have schools for your kids to go to. In your community, you have a 247 supermarket where you can literally come outside by 3 a.m. You want to buy something, there is a shop open for you to buy something right in your community. You have restaurants, coffee shops, cafes. You have every single thing you need. You need to cut your hair in your community. You want a beachfront in your community, right? And you want the metro, just cross the road and you find the metro, the proper line in your community. So Sobha gives you all-round perfection and all-round quality in every single aspect of life. That's who PNC Menon is. For him, he wants you to be very comfortable. And I mentioned earlier, he used to be an interior designer. He had a carpentry shop, an interior design shop. So for him, he is going from the inside out. Right? He's not just your average developer that has money and just wants to build. No, he has been there. He knows what each square feet is for. He knows the best layouts. So you can trust him to give you the best property you can get. A Sobha apartment that's 800 square feet, if you go to another developer, it would look like 1,200 square feet. So Sobha layouts are done in such a way that you get more size. There is more space. The floor to ceiling height is 3.5, so it's really high. Now, when we come to, if you ask me, how do I buy a Sobha property? I'll tell you shortly. So we have 1 bedroom. So we have 1 bedroom plus study. We have 2 bedrooms. So the 2 bedrooms that we have, they come with a maid room. So this is what our apartments look like. You have a 1-bedroom apartment, for example. This 1-bedroom apartment is going to have a laundry room. Now the laundry room is going to come with a washing machine. And your kitchen is going to come fully furnished. So your kitchen is going to have an attached fridge, an attached freezer. Your kitchen is going to come with a cooking range. You don't have to buy a gas. Your kitchen is going to come with an oven. Your kitchen is going to come with a dishwasher. So the bigger the apartment, the bigger the sizes of all the things I'm mentioning to you. There will be a laundry room that has your washing machine, and depending on the size of the apartment, you can also have a microwave. All right. Now on one side, you're going to have this kitchen that has a slide door to it. It's an open plan, but it's semi-closed kitchen to give you both values, right? And on the other side, you're going to have what we call the visitor's toilet, the powder room. But it's actually the visitor's toilet. So you have a one-bedroom apartment, you have your sitting room and your dining section, you have your room, and the room is en suite. So you have a walk-in closet that leads you to your bathroom. So the most times all our master bedroom has not just only a bathtub, we have a bathtub and we have a standing shower as well. And remember, you have the powder room. So you get a one-bedroom apartment, for example, and you have a laundry room, you have a powder room, and you have your room that has its own toilet and bathroom. Then you have a balcony, right? And your kitchen comes fully furnished. Now for the one-bedroom plus study, I get some people saying, okay, you know what, I don't want a two-bedroom, I'm just a single guy, and I want for investment something that I can use for myself. If I come for a business trip to Dubai, I want to be able to set up an office. So there you can go for a one-bedroom plus study. So the one-bedroom plus study has all the things I've mentioned for the one-bedroom, but then there's an extra room that acts as your study. So this extra room can also be used as a mini room where you can put a bed and it have a space for a cabinet, right? So after that, we have a two-bedroom. So all our two-bedroom apartments come with a maid room. So if you have a domestic staff, the maid room would have its own toilet and bathroom inside the room as well. So you find that in a two-bedroom apartment, you have two rooms which are en suite. You have your maid room which is en suite as well, and you have a powder room, and you have your fully furnished kitchen. You have your sitting area, you have your dining area, and you have your balcony. Sometimes we have balconies on both sides of the rooms, or sometimes we have the balcony in the sitting room that leads to the room as well, right? The three-bedroom and on and on and on, they all come with a maid room. So when you're going for a two-bedroom apartment in Sobha, it is not just two-bedroom apartment. There is a room with a toilet and a bathroom for your domestic staff, right? So you can ask me, how do I buy this? So right now we have an amazing payment plan for you. So when we mentioned earlier about the when, if you're buying a property, the best time to buy is when it's under construction. Why? Because if it is off plan, that means you're buying it 20% below the market value. So already you're earning money from the construction stage. Okay, so let's say you have a property right now and it goes for 1 million dirhams. You buy it at pre-launch price for 1 million dirhams. And with each stage of construction, the price and the value of the property appreciates. Right? That's why people go for properties that are off plan. For example, we have those villas. When they were still under construction, we sold them for 12 million dirhams. So the forest villas here, we have those ones for 47 million, and here we have the ones we sold for 12 million dirhams. Right now in the market, they're going for 15 million. So imagine in just 2 years, right? Someone earned 3 million dirhams in capital appreciation. That is what you get from off plan. So when is the best time for a smart investor to buy a property off plan? Because when it's off plan, also you don't just get the value of buying lesser than the market value, you also get the value of choosing whatever unit you want, right? Right now in all the major cities in the world, the three things they consider when they're talking about a luxury property is one, the waterfront, right? It has to be waterfront. They also consider the quality. And number three, they consider the green areas. Sobha has a lot of green areas. We have 3 parks in the community and lots of green areas. We have right now about 12,000 trees in Sobha Heartland alone. And these trees, remember I told you we do not outsource anything, so these trees were planted by Sobha ourselves. Okay, so if you buy off plan, you are going to get a high number of apartments to pick from. So you get to choose whatever view that you prefer. You can choose a waterfront, you can choose a park front, you can choose a road view, and no matter the floor that you pick, they are the same price because they are pre-launch, right? So imagine you buy a property today for 1.6 million dirhams, and in dollars it's just about maybe $450,000, and by the time it's ready, it has appreciated from 1.6 to 1.8 or 2 million, right? So you've earned money. That's what smart investors do. So the best time to buy a property is while it's still under construction. And we do not take you through any rough roads. We do not take you through any high road to get a property. Only thing we need is your passport, your international passport, the data page, and we need an ID, the front and the back cover of your ID, and then we need the first payment, right? There is a great payment plan right now, 60-40. So what we mean is you pay 60% between now and when the property is ready, And then the remaining 40% you pay after you've received the key to the property. You have 2 years to pay the remaining. So for example, we're talking about this is Crest. So for Crest, we only need 20% the first year, plus of course the title deed. Since it's a freehold property, you get a title deed for it. So the title deed is 4%, which you pay directly to the Dubai Land Department. So the first year is 20% plus your title deed, which is 4%. The second year is 20%. The third year is 20%. Then 2025 June, you receive the key to the property. So once you receive the key, you have 2 years after that to pay the remaining 40%. So what this means is that after you receive the key to the property, you can start renting it out. And whatever you earn as a rental income from it can be used to offset part of the payment. So you find out you can end up paying just about 78% to 82% from your pocket. And this is depending on what you use the property for. If you're going for a long-term, a year-long rental, you can get up to 9% rental yield per year, right? But if you're going for something, if you're going for holiday homes, right, which is really good because of the location, right? So if you're going for holiday home, you can get up to 12 to 15%. So this helps you offset the payment of the property. So remember, not only are you getting a really good capital appreciation, not only are you getting the property lesser than the market value, you're also even earning money from the payment plan, right? So Sobha gives you an all-round value. Okay, so if you're interested in Sobha properties, which I know you are, no matter what you're looking for, a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, whatsoever, a full building, I can get it for you. Check around the video, you'll see a link, click on it, fill the form, and we'll have someone get in touch with you, and we can help you get the best investment you've ever had. Thank you.